Complete training is available at itdvds.com.
In order to install Windows 7 on your computer has to meet certain system requirements. The first is it needs at least a 1 GHz or faster processor for the 32-bit version of Windows 7. And if you're going to install a 64-bit version of Windows 7, you have to have a 64-bit processor. And in a later movie, we're going to talk about how to tell if your processor is a 64-bit processor. The next requirement is it needs at least 1 gig of RAM for the 32-bit version of Windows 7 and 2 gig of RAM for the 64-bit version of Windows 7. You're going to need 16 gigs of available hard disk space for the 32-bit version or 20 gigs for the 64-bit version. You're also going to need a DirectX 9 graphics device with the WDDM 1.0 or higher driver. So these are going to be your main system requirements that you need to have in order to install Windows 7 on your computer. Now below here, under additional requirements to use certain features, if you don't meet some of these, that's okay. It just means that certain features aren't going to be available to you, but you're still going to be able to install Windows 7. But if you do want to use those features, then you're going to need to meet that requirement. The first is internet access. The second is, depending on resolution, video playback may require additional memory and advanced graphics hardware. Also, some games and programs might require a graphics card compatible with DirectX 10 or higher for optimal performance. This is going to be your 3D gaming. For some Windows Media Center functionality, a TV tuner and additional hardware may be required. So pretty much if you want to watch TV on your computer, you're going to need a TV tuner. Windows Touch and tablet PCs require specific hardware. Home Group, which is a new feature of Windows 7 that we're going to talk about in a little bit, requires a network and PCs running Windows 7. DVD/CD authoring requires a compatible optical drive. This basically means that if you want to burn DVDs or CDs, you're going to need a DVD or CD burner. BitLocker requires a trusted platform module, TPM 1.2, and also BitLocker to Go requires a USB flash drive. We're going to look at both of these. These have to do with security. Windows XP mode requires an additional 1 gig of RAM, an additional 15 gigs of hard disk space, and a processor capable of hardware virtualization with either Intel VT or AMD V. We're also going to take a look at Windows XP mode in a bit. And of course, if you want to listen to music or hear sounds, you're going to need an audio output and speakers.